Good morning, everybody, and a very warm welcome to this Sunday morning, the 6th of December, for the reading of chapter 5 of Been There, Done That, Still Not Bought the T-shirt. So our chapter 5 is called To Do or Not to Do. That is the important question. So I will get on and get into the chapter, and I actually think this is a very, very interesting chapter, and it's not so much to a chapter that lets people off the hook, but it's a chapter to get you kind of actually really thinking and looking at something from a completely different perspective. I feel it's actually a bit of a weightlifting chapter, and I think it's something that an awful lot of people actually need. But I suppose on the flip side, what I'm kind of going to ask people to do at the same time, while it's giving you something to think about and maybe be able to breathe about certain aspects of your life and kind of go, thanks be to God, somebody is actually, saying what I'm thinking. There's also the flip side as to how do you talk to people, or how do you give people advice? Do you talk at people? Do you try and sit down and try and work through issues and problems with them? Or do you get exasperated with somebody? But at the same time, if somebody's getting exasperated with you and talking at you, does that kind of click off in your head and kind of go, oh my God, like actually I don't like when people do it to me, so why am I doing it to people? So anyway, just kind of bear that possibly in mind as we make our way through chapter 5. Okay, so as I said, it's chapter 5 of Been There, Done That, Still Not Bought the T-shirt, and it is called To Do or Not to Do. That is the important question. So check out these statements and just see if any relate to you in any shape or form. Okay? You know you are fat and you know you need to diet. You are a smoker and you know you need to kick the habit. You know you drink too much and you know you need to stop. You have gotten lazy and it's now time to strut your stuff. You are spending way too much money and you cannot sustain your life. You are in a rut and you need to find out if there is more to life. Now, let us just see where your brain has been lying to you. Let us start with each statement and break them down into reality. You know you are fat and you keep starting diets, but nothing works. We know this statement is true, but how do you overcome it? I struggle with it every day. I carry too much weight. Has it been explained to you that it's not a diet you should be looking at? It is actually a lifestyle change. Has it been explained to you that this lifestyle change can only actually happen and be achieved if you really want it? And I know there are a lot of people, just before I go any further, going, I don't want to be fat. I don't want to be fat. But is that the truth? Some people actually are quite happy to carry weight. I don't want to be stick thin. I'm being honest. I would hate nothing more than to be a size 8 or a 10. I just want to be that size 12, 10 to 12. I'd be happy. Has it been explained that if your head and your heart and your soul are not in sync, it won't happen? That's true. They all have to be in sync. Has it been explained that even as adults, we are worse than kids if someone tells us we must do this, You must do that. We get quite stubborn. Has it been explained to you that you are human and not perfect? Has it been explained that in order for you to lose weight, you need to do the following? Drink 2 liters of water every day. Eat 3 times a day with snacks in between. This keeps the blood sugars balanced. And if your blood sugars aren't balanced, you're not going to lose weight for love nor money. That's why you have to eat small and often. It's true. Oh, and remember, you're human. Yeah. I think it might be quite wrong of me to comment on smoking and drinking because of the following reasons. I've never even tried smoking. I haven't even tasted it. Don't know what it's like. Never had a cigarette in my mouth. And I stopped social drinking after I turned 25. See, I didn't need drink to enjoy myself, and I was the same sober, or I am the same sober as I was when I went out and had a few. Loud, full of mischief, loved to dance. And by not drinking, I could drive home after a night out. I never had another social drink. It's true. That's actually a very, very true story. And again, I will make the same comments about giving up smoking, similar to what I said with regards to losing weight, because that's all that I can do for you, because I don't know what it is to try and give up smoking. But I imagine it's very, very difficult. And for anybody out there that does not realise, food is actually a drug, and people become very, very addicted to food the way smokers and drinkers become addicted to cigarettes and alcohol. That I am an expert in. Because I piled on my weight because of eating, and I became addicted to eating because I was in a very bad place with the amount of pain that I have been in over the years. So I became addicted to food. It's true. It's true. So as I said, again, I'll make the comments on giving up smoking similar to what I said with regards to losing weight. Only you can do it. Simple as that. Only you know when you are ready. It's as simple as that. You are as stubborn as hell. And you are acting out when people are telling you to give up. But you won't. And if your heart and your brain and soul are not in sync, it won't happen. So any scare tactics that are on the boxes, or anything that is happening in your family, anything that the doctors are saying to you, that's the stubborn child in you saying, I'm not doing it because you're telling me I have to do it. But look at it from their point of view. They're just scared of losing you. So let your heart and your brain and your soul get in sync. Let them. I was a gym bunny in my 20s, but as my ailments grew, so did my lack of exercise. I love walking and swimming, but some days are harder than others. But this year I'm changing that. And please remember, guys, I wrote this back in February. Before an awful lot of other stuff kicked off for me. So, but you know what? I'm coming out the other side. And 2021 will be very different for me after I have my second operation that will be due to take place in February. And I believe that. I do believe that. Again, as I said, I'm not looking to be a stick thing supermodel. I am 43 years of age after all. So that's not going to happen. But you know what? I'm happy. I'm happy with that. I just want to be a healthy size 12. That's all. Healthy size 12, and I'd be very, very happy. So, leading on, my question regarding exercise is why people only think that it's the gym that is the exercise program. Why? It's not. Shocker. Any form of moving that body of yours, even if it's jumping around the sitting room to Shaka Khan, I'm every woman. It's all in me. That's my body moving. Get it moving, guys. Exercise is what you love to do to get that body moving. Choose something that not only gets the body moving, but also gets your heart and soul pumping. Whatever that is, you choose. Why not chat to your soul and see what it has to say? It's your inner voice after all. Do not worry, there will be a whole chapter dedicated to the inner voice, or as I like to refer to it as, the inner child. What did you enjoy as a child? Hula hoop? Hopscotch? Did you play tennis? Did you dance? Or did you run like Phoebe Buffay through Central Park with not a care in the world of who saw her? Go back. Why not? Here's a thought. If you can be as stubborn as a child when it comes to diets, giving up smoking, all of that kind of thing, why not go back to doing what you enjoyed as a child? That got you out moving, climbing the trees, going for those long walks. Guys, seriously. I'm never growing up. Can you not see what's above my door? The Fitzells, we believe. I still believe in Santa Claus. And God help any of you that tell me that Santa's not real, because he is. He's very real and I very much believe in him. He just missed out on having me as his wife. But there you go. The ouch one. Spending beyond your means. Okay, people, get honest. We all did it and do it. And we have to face up to it. Life has become way too easy to spend the money, and then you forget about what is needed for those last 7 days before payday, which literally feels like the longest 6 months of your life. You can curb it. It's just whether you choose to or not. A bit like dieting, a bit like giving up smoking, a bit like taking up exercise. You choose to or not. We here run our home like a business. We have incomings and outgoings. Now, before you all think that this smarty pants here has it down to a fine art, I do not, but I do try. I have an Excel spreadsheet set up. Things are separated out, so bills, mortgages, savings are separate from everyday spending. Put it into a separate account. There you go. You don't touch that account. A lump sum is taken out when I get paid, and that's put away from the other money, and that's my petrol money. So even if I run out of money for eating, I can always get to work. I have shared my Excel spreadsheet with others, but again, it's not that I have the answer, but it certainly has helped me to get a lot better, and it has pulled us out of some very, very dark times. I think I should take this opportunity to thank Bill Gates of Microsoft for his invention of Excel. I also should mention my finance advisor. I have an extremely good finance advisor if anybody is looking for one. His name is Paul Prendergast and he's based in Newtown, Mount Kennedy, County Wicklow, and he's very, very good. Good head on his shoulders. And he was impressed with my Excel spreadsheet and the concept of how I approach my everyday living. So hey, maybe I didn't do too badly after all. I even do my mother-in-law's home accounts for her. I look after all her home accounts too. The final point being, you are in a rush and you need to find out that there is more to life. Well, my friend, I can tell you that there is more to life. But what do you want from life? What do you actually want from life? People ask me how I am and I say to them, I'm living the dream. But I am living the dream because I'm living my dream. I'm not living your dream. No offense or anything, but I don't want to live your dream. I don't want to live my friends' dreams. I don't want to live my neighbours' dreams. I don't want to live the dream of your man down the road or the guy up the road in the big house. I want to live my own dream because that means something to me. That's real to me. That's my reality. Why are you trying to keep up with the Joneses? Why are you trying to keep up with everybody else? Live your own dream. And it doesn't have to be about being a billionaire or being a celebrity or anything like that. It's just about living your own dream. Even if it is getting up in the morning and achieving your exercise program or losing that weight or whatever, like, it's your dream. You live your dream. And so I go on. Well, my friend, I can tell you that there is more to life. But what do you want from life? Do you know? Or have you forgotten to appreciate what you already have? Yes, my friend, I've gone there. I am taking you through that part of your life where you need to look around you and be grateful for what you have. Beside my bed is my grateful board. It is the first thing I see in the morning and the last thing I see at night. Every time I get paid, I thank the universe for allowing me to earn money. Each time I get into my car, I give her a little rub on her dashboard and thank her. Every day, I thank whoever it is I thank for my husband, my dogs, my friends, my parents, home, food, and so on. Believe it or not, when you start being grateful for what you have, that rut does not seem so dark and dingeful. And it doesn't. Like, genuinely, it doesn't. Why can't you pat your car on the dashboard when you get into it and thank her for running? She takes you here, there, and everywhere. She needs a good thanking. She needs a good hug. Be grateful. I like, every day, I am grateful for my dogs, my husband, food, whatever, being able to light a candle. I'm grateful that I'm able to go out and buy a bag of candles so that every day I can light my candles and not only be thankful to the universe and to my angels and to whoever else, but I also light my candles every day for them to shed their light with all of you. For the people who do not know how to say thank you. And we go on. Ask yourself this brutal question and be very honest in your answer. Who are you comparing your life to? Who? Go on. I have time to wait while you contemplate over this question. I do have time to wait. I can wait. See? Okay. Maybe you might need a helping hand with it. I'll give you a few examples, just in case you're stuck. Are you comparing to your boss, your mate, celebrities, the guy or girl in the gym, your colleagues? Who are you comparing to? Now, let me give you something else to think about. How shocked would you be to know that there is someone or some people out there actually comparing what they perceive to be their own miserable life to your wonderful life because they have seen something in you that you just cannot see in yourself? Yep. Take time now to ponder on that one. Go on. I've time to wait. Oh, don't worry. I figured this out a while ago. So I'm kind of ahead of you. So I can wait. But it really is a weightlifting experience. Think about it. There actually is somebody out there that thinks that you have the most incredible, wonderful life. And they'd love to be you. You can't see it. Yeah. But no, I'm just still letting you ponder. It's okay. Don't worry. Well, I'd say most of you are sort of kind of saying, yeah, move on. I can't deal with this. Can't. No, can't. So return to me and we'll finish off the pondering with extremely good words from Mr. Bill Gates. Because you don't believe me. Because at the end of the day, who am I? But you might believe Bill Gates. Don't compare yourself with anyone in this world. If you do, you are insulting yourself. Bill Gates just proved my point, didn't he? Yeah. This chapter is called To Do or Not to Do. That is the important question. What scares you the most or stops you? Is it ridicule? Is it comments? Is it being laughed at? Whispers? People thinking or possibly even saying, what right have you to put yourself out there? These points are to name but a few. However, jealousy, my friend, is a terrible thing. And it's an awful colour of green to wear. Remember the reason, season, lifetime story? Well, it is true. People who ridicule, get at you, think they have the right to make negative comments, pick holes, and show a lack of support, do it because they are jealous. Secretly, they wish they were you, getting out and making their life their own. How about we allow William Penn to sum up those words? The jealous are troublesome to others, but a torment to themselves. After reading this chapter and allowing some of it to absorb, what one change will you make today? People stupidly get it into their heads that they must change everything at once and make these huge, big, noticeable acts of change in order for it to mean something. That's a load of pumpkin. Start small so that it will stick. Before you know, life will be a vastly different place for you. I believe in you. Do you believe in you? I like to do proper reading of people and their backgrounds and where they come from because I love seeing the human side of people. I want to share with you the following and just think about it. The following are successful people, but realize they too failed at some stage. The difference is they never let their failures define who they were. Neither did they allow anyone to steal their thunder. Their missions were clear. Bill Gates was an introvert and was going to be a maths professor until his friend encouraged him, but he was still terrified of what he could be. He also had to learn to delegate and overcome his fear of having employees that he had to make sure he could pay his employees each month. Take time and read what Mr. Gates had to say to Harvard students. Please read it. It's really interesting and it's quite an eye-opener. Sir Richard Branson has had 7 major failures in his career. But the man is so honest about everything and ever so humble, but never allowed anything that went off course to derail him. He just adjusted and moved on. In his own words, everyone fails. The people who fail most succeed. I love Sir Richard's quotes, and here are a few of his following. Respect is how you treat everyone, not those you want to impress. Train people well enough so they can lead. Treat them well enough so they do not want to. You'll have to excuse my dogs. As soon as something stops being fun, I think it's time to move on. Life is too short to be unhappy. Waking up stressed and miserable is not a good way to live. You do not learn to walk by following rules. You learn by doing and by falling over. Do not be embarrassed by your failures. Learn from them and start again. He's good, isn't he? I think he's good. The following are products that failed in the beginning, but today you cannot be without them. Introduced into retail in 1958, the people who invented WD-40 named it because it was the 40th version of this product that they would make, eventually be the one that succeeded. What if those people gave up after the 39th attempt or the 5th attempt? They didn't. They kept going, and they made it at the 40th attempt. 2 engineers created bubble wrap for wallpaper or insulation. Started off as wallpaper and then went on into insulation. And it wasn't until IBM decided to use it to package a computer that it suddenly became a success. It didn't work as wallpaper or insulation, but they had this great product. But somebody else came along, realised how great the product was, did something else with it, and all of a sudden, bubble wrap. Who can be without bubble wrap? Especially when you get to twist it and it, things and crack. Oh, it's great fun. I'd be a disaster in a bubble wrap factory. Apple and its founder, Steve Jobs, went through many failures. And again, we've already read about Steve Jobs. But he went through many failures. But look at everyone now who has an iPhone, an iPad, an iPod, and an iMac. Without the hard times and failures, Apple would not be what it is today. Think about that. You look at these people. They came from the poorest of backgrounds. Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Richard Branson. They weren't born into wealth. Just think. Sorry, you shouldn't get so annoyed, but just think about it. Anyway, I hope on some level you are starting to believe in yourself. Not everyone is going to run out and become a Bill Gates and a Richard Branson, but they are shining examples. And that for some reason, we as mere mortals feel we need to read about because they are in the public eye. Because that's all people want to do is read about the celebrities, to read about these people and how they make it. But what about everyday people who actually live a life? I live a life. I'm not a celebrity. I'm not in the public eye doing whatever. But I'm still being successful in my life, in my everyday living and in my everyday life. But that's my success. What's yours? And how do you want it to look? Maybe you do want to go on and become a celebrity, and there's nothing wrong in that if that's what you want to do. But not everybody does. But they still want to be successful in their lives. But what does that look like for you? Please give yourself the credit to take charge of your own life and your own power, and stop letting others get in the way. Even if it is to lose weight, give up smoking, give up drinking, get exercise, take up a hobby. Feel proud of who you are and what you have achieved. That, my friends, is the end of chapter 5. Have a great day. And I look forward to speaking with you, actually,